I've actually had somebody come up and compliment my smolder docky today because of the line thickness, which just got my heart like pumping because I am not really great at that. So I think I gotta improve a little bit on those things. So.
All right, just I've gotten a lot of compliments on my emotiveness. A lot of people like the faces that I make, and I'm not 100% sure why. I try, but I'm not sure exactly. A lot of people like my wings too. That's another big thing. I get them as close as I can to kind of realistic, but not to the point where it looks off on my simple style. And that's another. I think that goes into weaknesses. My style is cute, but it's pretty simple as far as detail goes. I'm not hyper detailed because it takes a lot of time. When I do get in hyper detail, it seems to go to the wayside because people are like, "Oh, that's different," and they don't like it. So.
All right. Well, we know that you both have very distinctive art styles. I think if y'all will compare any of the banners, you can right away pick out, Brooke's like cutesy, like little noses, the little scrunches, and Twisted, your art style is very defined and it seems very like sophisticated.
Yeah, you got that one down to the T.
Did y'all have any inspirations for how you figured out, how to kind of reflect your brand, your style?
I'm a giant weeb.
Woo! Yeah, go at him.
Come on.
That's kind of where my eye style went, and I just kind of went with that. I tried doing show style when I first started, and it was a train wreck. I just couldn't get the faces to work, so I kind of incorporated the anime style that I've used at anime conventions to kind of go with the pony anatomy. That's usually how the faces work out, and then after that it's like pony. So that's kind of where mine came from. What about you guys?
Okay, obviously I take huge inspiration from these two. I've been working with them for like the past months, so they have helped me a lot with my style and my development as an artist. So they're recent inspirations. I've always been inspired by people on DeviantArt, like BB's Art Boutique is one of my favorite artists.
Gee, I wonder why.
He's one of my favorite artists before I started dating him, so. There are people on DeviantArt like Silent Wolf who I take inspiration from. She helped me get out of my shell with shading. I used to shade like baby shading. I used to do like one line and that would be my shading. So she's got me out of my comfort zone there. So just lots of inspiration. You gotta look everywhere you can. Like,
yeah. Don't be ashamed or afraid to kind of like copy off somebody's style. Granted, if you do heavily reference something, obviously give credit to the original artist. But picking pieces that you like from other artists isn't a bad thing. That's how people create their own style a lot of the time. For a while, I kind of really liked Jitterbug Jive's art style with his ears. I started doing that. I don't do that anymore just because I don't like how I made it look. So it's just kind of, you can pick pieces, see how they look with your own style, and kind of adapt them. So don't be afraid of that.
For mine, throughout the years, I've collected from as soon as I discovered the internet and I started seeing those old school little anime pictures, with the little blingy ones with the weird GIFs on them.
Right.
I used to make those from MySpace.
Where are you now?
I'm so freaking old. Yeah. Because see, that space was really small in a really short period of time. You can't tell.
Back in my day.
I had dial-up, okay? No, I got kicked off the internet every time somebody made a phone call. No.
Dial up, where every time you hook up, you get blessed with that most incredible sound in the world.
Yeah, nightmares. Anyway,
Let's see.
I still rather take that than Justin Bieber.
Yikes, dude. Yikes. Jeez.
I don't know if y'all would ever save just, I still have folders with different pictures, just things that have specifics that inspire me. Like, you know, if an artist has really excellent lighting, it could be any sort of picture, just a landscape, even if it's a photograph.
Right.
There are things that I'll save in just a references photos folder. So if I get bored, if I'm looking for inspiration, I'll just pop up in the gallery, go to a random photo, and start scrolling, and just kind of pick out things that really that I want to work on. So fire pictures or electricity. Gosh, that was such a pain. Fire. Yeah.
That was your own fault.
Try doing it traditionally, dude. It was not fun.
Oh man.
I did it with Copics for Inktober.
How would you do with Copics?
You take a lot of different colors. I think I had like 8 different markers for just one campfire.
Wow.
So that was different. Watercolor is not much easier, honestly. I think it's actually harder.
I tried watercolor and I couldn't get a hang of it.
Sorry, I keep hijacking your answer.
No, I'm all for it. Yeah, I mean, that's inspiration from anywhere I can find, really. All right, so the panel is supposed to reach into y'all's interests because there are plenty of things that we could talk about. We could go into, you know, if y'all are artists, we could talk about more specifics and tips and tools, or if you want to go into kind of the business side of things or staffing, how we got to where we got.
Yeah.
And basically, we'll be open for questions if you have anything that you want us to branch off. Yes.
Yeah, I noticed you have a lot of like movie logos in that Ponyfied. Are you a giant movie freak?
A little bit, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm very behind on the classics because I was a sheltered child. So I'm catching up, but I'm working on it. All right. Let's see. For music, I guess, since this is sort of a music-themed convention this year, is there anything y'all were really excited to work on? Any specific eras or any costumes you got to play with for the staff part?
I had an idea for one of the bar banners. Sorry, my brain's I had an idea that just didn't end up happening, unfortunately. I was kind of going for like more of a music hole rather than like a type of music. I was going to do kind of like a Rocky Horror Picture Show theme with the guests and obviously the main barley and caramel. It just never happened, which was unfortunate, or like Phantom of the Opera kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was like my other option. That was my main option, and then I wanted to do Rocky Horror, but it kind of just got put to the wayside because we were going more so for a type of music, like pony-only music, rather than doing a music hole. But I'll probably end up doing a video of that anyway because that just sounds like a lot of fun. So not every idea is going to happen, but that's basically the kind of music I listen to, especially when I'm working, because I can seriously listen to the Hamilton soundtrack like all freaking day and not get bored of it because it's been going on for a long time. But those are kind of my choices.
I'm a very plain person. I just listen to house music in my free time. I'm not greatly inspired by a lot of artists like Kiss or like my dad is. He's a huge 80s fan. I love 80s, but I don't know all of them by heart. So I got tasked with doing Rebecca's announcement. Same name. And I did Sunset Shimmer in rock gear, and that was so fun to draw. I had her doing the little like this with her magic mixer, so that was probably my favorite thing to draw. I also got I forget her name. I shaded and colored Rarity and Moon Dancer.
Yeah.
I don't know her name though. I shaded and colored her artwork for her announcement too, so that was pretty fun. But my favorite was Rebecca's announcement. So
Yeah, I did the lines for those and then you colored them.
yep.
Cool. Yeah, for music, it was really fun because my sister kind of changes what I do daily depending on her newest fad of favorites, whatever that may be. So recently she's been getting into some classic music, rock and roll, and listening to our family gold tapes, and kind of bringing that around the house. She's had who's that song? She's had some John Denver on on repeat, the same 3 or 4 songs on repeat, blasting throughout the house for the past few months. So I've definitely had a lot of musical inspiration to work with. The problem with staffing, or trying to come up with one specific piece, especially with such a general music thing, is that you have to really narrow down your options. You have to be okay with scrapping pieces. So, for example, for different pieces, for making a staff shirt or other logos that I worked with for this convention, I would do several sketches, and I could incorporate different types of music, different eras, and some I liked more than others. Some were a pain in the butt to work with, but in the end, it was kind of what would work best for this specific convention, what would work best in this role. And so I had a few ideas like Michael Jackson that just never made it into the final cut.
Right.
But it was fun experiment.
I joined the team a little late, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to do. I didn't get to do announcements, or Rebecca was the last announcement we made, I think, or pretty second to last, close to last, and that was the only one I got to draw. So I got stuck with a bunch of banners and badges, which is, I'm not complaining. I love that stuff. So I didn't actually get a chance to be a part of the music genres and stuff. Next year, though.
All right. So does anyone have any questions? Yes.
How are the campuses coming?
The campuses.
Oh, wow.
If they like
Whoa. Whoa.
What'd you say?
Y'all were drawing while y'all were talking. But
Yeah.
I don't think multitaskers. I can't work.
multitask.
Yeah. Hopefully, if there's still time left, we can enter using the charity auction. So maybe keep an eye out for that when this is done.
Yeah, I might actually go in there and buy this one for myself.
All right, so when you wake up in the morning, fellow artists, do you have a specific process? Do you have a way that, you have a busy work day, you have to get several things done. How do you motivate yourself?
I shake my fist at God.
That sounds good for
Dare you! Instantaneous.
dare you brand me to existence?
It's just more so I don't like being awake.
Yeah,
Sleep is good.
it's hard being a freelance artist for yourself. Your job is art, so you wake up at home and it's easy to get distracted and browse the internet because you have no boss looking over you saying, "Hey, get your stuff done. Stop it." So you have to. A great way of getting motivated at home is waking up and getting dressed. Don't stay in your PJs. You get up, you get dressed, you brush your teeth, you have breakfast, and then you sit down. You act like it's an actual job. You don't get to linger and lay in bed and browse your phone. You set a time, you get dressed, and then you do it. It's hard when you wake up and you're still in your PJs, and then you sit down in your chair and you're like. So you just gotta get up and get dressed.
I was trying to preface my shaking my hands at God to I work 3 jobs because this isn't my job. I wish it was, but it's just not working out so far. So it's basically go to work for retail, come home, work on whatever I've picked up from conventions or just actual con work. Because I am on a couple different art teams this year and going into next year. And realizing, oh crap, it's 4 a.m. and then going back to bed and doing it all over again. So, shaking my fist at God is usually my why am I going to retail? This freaking sucks. A lot of people have really stupid questions.
Hot chocolate works every time. For a good motivator, you find that nice chill music to wake up to. You take a a warm shower and just kind of decompress and get into that working mindset. Live streaming, I've